Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you can be notified when I go live or upload a new video, and please like this video. So I did a little bit more research on Ashley Cashawn, and it appears that there is more to this case than meets the eye. I had originally said, based on this post, that her family is worried about her well-being, and I think that, well, I can't say either way, but there's more that is involved in this case now that really opens the door for a whole lot of other things. So at this point, I'm just wondering if the father is involved, if her father had something to do with this, allegedly. She did make a post stating that she was in fear for her life, and also she is pregnant, and she was in fear of her child's life. She had went on to, in this video, say how she was a victim, a survivor of domestic violence, and that for a while the abuse stopped, but then here now she's 30 years old, it started all over again. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch the video. Leave in the comment section, let me know if you guys think her father was involved in this, but it's looking like that based on everything that I've heard. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think.
That I truly wanted to record, but it's currently my life. So I went to Miami for my birthday. I don't remember the last night, like literally it's just erased from my memory, but I came back pregnant, okay? And I told my family. Nobody gives a f. And in result, like, I told my mom, she didn't do anything, and then they purposely put something in the living room and in the AC vents to cause me to have allergic reactions. So every single time I step out my room, I'm literally having an allergic reaction. And I have been hiding out in my room because I don't want to encounter anybody, and for whatever reason, that alone is driving people up the wall. They're so mad that I'm in my room. So they're doing shit to get me to come out of my room to interact with them, and then when I don't give them anything, they bring my parents into it, and then my dad gets abusive. So I don't even know what the f happened for my dad to come over the last time, but he popped up mad about God knows what, and it was before 4th of July, and attacked me, like literally the day before 4th of July, like smashed my head and all that shit. My mom was sitting right there, didn't do a thing. Am I surprised? No. So, because I've been getting abused by him, like it started when I was 16, he hasn't done, and he's done nothing about it. He's put our family through everything a man could possibly do to women and a family, and she's stayed right there and is still excited and boasts about that stupid ass relationship. So that happened, and then literally it was seconds before I told him I was pregnant. He didn't believe me. Was still aggressive, and fucking started crying out of nowhere and got up and left. Then the next day he showed up to bring me food for 4th of July, and like almost was like trying to step into my room happy as fuck like we were going to have a conversation. I grabbed the food, said thank you, and closed it on his face. Because it's like, did you forget what the fuck you did yesterday? And this entire time, for the last 3 months, I'm 3 months pregnant. The last 3 months, everyone's trying to convince me that I have mental issues, but there's text messages of him boosting me up and telling me that I can be the best entrepreneur that this family has seen, and then he's coming over and using me. It's just like, everyone's trying to convince me that I have mental issues, but literally everyone in my family is truly acting mental. Like, truly acting mental. So then yesterday, again, there's something in the fucking common area that they have done, like sprayed. It literally smells like so strange. And they put in the common area, and there's a roach that they have left under the table. Like, I'm supposed to give a fuck or care. I don't eat at that table, so I don't give a fuck that roach is there. I don't give a fuck that y'all have sprayed whatever it is you sprayed. I need to go into the kitchen, make my food, and come back into my mother's room. So everyone's doing everything they can to get me to acknowledge that stupid ass roach, and it's just like, y'all acknowledge it. The fuck, you, like, leave me alone. It's like, it's literally all I've been wanting this entire time is for my entire family to leave me the fuck alone, because they're fucking wild and crazy and weird. So he comes over. Oh, I open the window because I'm trying to let it air out, because it literally is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. My sister keeps getting upset about to open up the window, talking about she's not paying for the AC to get fixed. But I'm not gonna air her out, but it's just like, girl. Okay? When the AC actually blew out during the summer, I was the one who called to get it fixed. Just like, what? You didn't pay for that? None of us did. The landlord who we rent from paid for it, because that's what, when you're renting from somebody, the person who owns the building pays for it. Hello. So she just keeps walking around ranting about how she's not paying for shit, and it's just like, you don't pay for shit anyway, but whatever. So she's yelling and screaming at 8 o'clock in the morning yesterday about the fact that the window was open, literally because the fucking was cracked. She's screaming at my mom at 8 o'clock in the morning because the window's cracked. Because the window is cracked, okay? So then my dad, oh, that was 8 o'clock in the morning. Damn near 12 hours later, 7 p.m. in the afternoon, because of the last time, I literally go to sleep with my door locked. Because it's just like, I'm not doing none of this shit. Someone just popping up, opening up my fucking door, and just, no, I'm not doing it. I'm so not doing it. Because last time when he popped up with the food, for one, the time before that, popped up and just opened up my door. It's just like, I'm here. It's like, you don't live here. Before you just pop it up and just opening up the doors for it. So yeah, and then on 4th of July, going back real quick, 4th of July, yeah, 4th of July, I just knocked on the door, and I was just like, what? Because it's like, at this point, I've already been abused. I'm not talking to my sisters. Like, so she's like, who's knocking on my door and for what? I was like, what? Knock on the door, what? The door opens, and I'm sitting, I literally was laying down, right here, on my pregnancy pillow. I literally was laying down. And I sit up, my room was dark, and I have the TV on, so like from TV. The door opens, I turn around, and I was just like, I'm naked, can you close the door? And he's just standing there, like, peeping in. Why the f*** are you standing there peeping in my fucking room? I'm sitting here naked. So I tell him to close the door. I put my robe on, this exact robe. I open the door, because it's like, what the f*** you want? You just came over here and physically attacked me yesterday. I brought you some food. So we're not going to acknowledge what the fuck yesterday. Got it. So that was the last time we spoke. I haven't spoken to him since 4th of July. It is July 29th. I haven't talked to him the whole. Pops up yesterday, angry as about the fucking window being open in the morning. I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning one time. It was like 6, almost 7. And I opened up the door. I let my dog go out, use the restroom. And when she came back in, like she walked or whatever, came back in, I left the door open because I'm like, my first appointment is at 8. I'll close the door when my first appointment happens, but this place needs to air out. And the morning air is the coolest. Cold air helps disinfect shit. So before 8 o'clock happens, my sister gets up, tells the dog out, and closes the door. She's like, okay, whatever, now the door's closed. These motherfuckers go and lie and say that I left the door open all night. When did I ever leave the door open all night? I opened the door when I got up in the morning to get some food at 7 o'clock in the morning. The door was open for less than an hour. And everyone's talking about I'm lying. You know, y'all's comprehension skills are off. Y'all are going back fucking lying, getting this man to hype up, and guess what? I'm the one getting physically abused about it, and y'all want me to give a fuck about y'all's feelings. No. So he comes over. I already know we're not talking. I already know what the fuck is happening. When I hit the knock on the door, I was just like, who is it? And in his angry ass voice, it's Dad. And it's just like, alright. I literally was trying to buy myself some time. I was like, I'm too tired for this. He gets so angry. I called 911 twice. Because if you call 911, they will come to where the phone, the location of the phone. Okay? So, I called 911 twice, put the phone in my robe pocket, and opened the fucking door. Opened the door, they're mad at the fact that my dog ran the out, yelling at me to put the dog up. And just standing in my doorway. Standing in my doorway right there. Standing right there. In my doorway. And then it's getting mad that I don't want to step outside of my door. It's like, I already know what the fuck is about to happen. Who willingly wants to step into a domestic violence situation? Nobody. Especially when the last time I saw you, I told you I was pregnant. And you didn't give a fuck. So that makes you think you're going to get now. You're not, but you did. So, aggressive as literally pulling me around fucking everywhere, pushing me into the table, threatening me with the 1800 fucking alcohol bottle, punching me in the face, like literally my whole face on this side. My whole face right here on this side, you can see. It's swollen. Like, it's swollen. All of this right here is swollen. I got punched right here. Okay? Then he gripped my fucking head, like, to take my bonnet off. My hair, I had just braided it. It was flat. You could see all the fucking sprays from when he pulled the fucking, like, look at my hair. My hair looks crazy. So, like I was saying, literally physically attacked me. Then, in the middle of the fucking argument, the cops showed up, thank God, to stop the abuse. And there's a whole debacle. So I'm sitting down, literally sitting down. Cops coming in and out of the house. He's sitting outside, explaining stories. Back to Thanksgiving. Back to Thanksgiving, upset at my reaction to a friend popping up for my birthday. Like, literally just shit that a female would whine and complain about. It's just like, but you're a grown man in your 50s. The fuck you care about how my reaction was for somebody popping up? And you don't know this. I was actually vlogging, so my entire reactions on there and what was happening before, which had me violent, is explained in the video. So, literally, my sister came in thinking it's about to stop this video. It's not, because after the whole situation, she left with her dog. My mom left. Again, didn't do anything. And then he left. And before he left, with the cop sitting right there, you know we're done, right? I am assuming so. I told you I was pregnant, you didn't do anything. Literally, I'm on the ground. He's on top of me. On top of me. On top of me. He's like 200 something pounds. I am barely 100 pounds. On top of me. And you're gonna sit here and say, I hope you know we're done, right? The cops were called. I would hope, we would be done. So, we knew about this, about the fact that there is absolutely no support and no help for domestic violence survivors, like none. I researched it back in college. Nothing happened then. Like, we go and look at their policies and everything. I researched it today. You call the police station, they have you call the courthouse, they have you call domestic violence hotline, and everybody just sends you in loops and sends you in circles. So, the point of this video is, one, to truly acknowledge the fact that you guys have already known, I've talked about it before. I am a domestic violence survivor. Okay? And in the first video, I didn't want to air out who it was by, because at that point it had stopped. And I had gotten to a point of forgiveness. But here I am 30 and it has started again. So, from this video, you can compare it to the first video. We all know now who it is. Okay? 2, there has got to be something done that truly protects domestic violence survivors. Because there's nothing done. There's nothing. In the middle of a situation when the cops are called, you're up and away explaining what the happened, making sure you're still safe because the person's still there. You forget to ask about or do any research about an emergency protective order. So then when you call the police station, they tell you have to call the courthouse. When you call the courthouse, they tell you to call the police station. They literally just send you in a bunch of circles and loops, and it's just like, yeah, but my life is at risk. Same with my baby, okay? And it's just like, everyone wants to sit here and try to convince me that I'm not pregnant. Explain all the changes that my fucking is making. I literally have a fucking up, and I will insert all the pictures here. My hips are growing. Literally, my body is sore. Right now, my body is sore for multiple reasons. My body was sore yesterday. So fucking sore. Because literally my hips are growing. My ribs are expanding. Like, there's literally parts where you can literally see them protruding out of my body because my ribs are expanding. My hips are growing. I have pictures and videos. Like, explain that to me. Explain my body going through the changes. Okay? So, my body was sore yesterday because of that. Literally, my knees are doing the pregnancy kneecap thing. And if you've ever been pregnant, knows what I'm talking about. Like, literally everything about my body has changed. I've had the heat flashes. I've had the vertigo. I think that's what it's called, a vertigo, whatever it is, like when the rim spooning and all that shit. I've had that. Like, the increasing of peeing, the hunger, all of it, the nausea. I've had it all. And y'all want to convince me what the f going on with my body. And y'all don't even know y'all's own body or know your fucking self. And you're going to try to tell me about me. Okay. So, there needs to be something done. Because if someone's calling in fear of their life about being attacked and the cops have already came out, what are you doing to protect them? Nothing. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. They just send you in a bunch of circles. Like, my whole body right now is so antagonizingly sore, outside the fact that it's growing from the fact that I'm having a child. My body's sore because I literally was tossed, pulled, and thrown to the ground by a grown-ass man who claims to be my father. And sat on top of me. And threatened me with a bottle. And got mad when I went to walk out of my own front door. Like, and then my sister now is walking around turning on her taser. I have a taser too. I will call the cops. So, with that being said, this is here, so if something happens to me, you guys know why.